On a pristine, sunlit river, two friends drift quietly along in a rubber raft. It looks like a picture of absolute peace. But inside the boat, one of them is enduring absolute agony. He is in the grips of a crushing, unrelenting hangover, the kind that throbs behind your eyes, turns your stomach, and lingers for days on end. 2 glasses of local draft beer triggered this total physical breakdown. In standard metabolic terms, that math is impossible. Enduring this bizarre reaction, he starts to realize that the suffering almost feels intentional. It's as if the local hospitality industry actively despises the people it serves. Consider a different possibility. The bleak atmosphere and the toxic alcohol are deliberate components of a behavioral modification program. In Syktyvkar, the local hospitality sector functions less like a service industry and more like a citywide natural rehab facility. To understand how this works, we have to look closely at the micro-mechanics of the city's nightlife, specifically the draft beer delivery systems inside these local bars. It starts with a simple, ruthless cost-cutting measure. To save on electricity bills, bar owners deliberately unplug their keg chillers. Pushing warm liquid through unwashed tap lines creates a perfect incubator. Warmth accelerates bacterial growth inside the tubes. This cocktail immediately rewrites the drink's chemical composition, delivering an acute toxic shock directly to the liver, bypassing standard intoxication entirely. That biological chain reaction is exactly what causes the disproportionate 2-day hangovers the locals experience after just a couple of pints. At this point, the local tap beer no longer functions as a recreational beverage. It has evolved into a potent chemical deterrent. But physical illness is only half the equation. The city also deploys a formidable psychological barrier. Think roach infestations, the abysmal acoustics, and bleak club atmospheres. In clinical psychology, there is a specific term for what is happening here: aversive therapy. The core mechanism involves forcibly rewiring a patient's brain. By linking a desired habit with intense pain, the urge to indulge is overwritten. The local nightlife acts as a conditioning chamber, training residents to associate bar hopping with poisoning and revulsion. Professional narcologists spend years and thousands of dollars designing deliberate, controlled treatments to achieve this exact result. By failing so consistently, the hospitality sector achieves the same outcome as professional clinical intervention, rewiring the cravings of the local population. Which brings us back to the river. This is the final evolutionary result of Syktyvkar's grueling urban aversive therapy. Facing a nightlife ecosystem that actively harms them, the citizens have made a forced ecological adaptation. They are abandoning the bars entirely in favor of extreme sobriety and outdoor isolation. Buying inflatable boats, packing a few supplies, and navigating obscure local waterways has organically replaced bar hopping as the city's default social activity. Traditionally, municipal governments spend a fortune trying to promote healthy lifestyles, building expensive sports clusters, rolling out bike lanes, and launching endless public wellness campaigns. But those methods pale in comparison to the ruthless, undeniable efficiency of the Syktyvkar method. To cure a society's vices, you don't necessarily need to build state-of-the-art wellness centers. You simply need to make indulging in those vices physically and aesthetically unbearable.